What's going on YouTube? Nah, I'm playing. What's going on YouTube? Today is day 37 of 90 Days of Sauce, where for 90 days straight, I'll be giving y'all tips and tricks on how to become profitable in the market. Today will be a chart video. We go from a mental to chart, mental to chart. If I haven't seen the last video, please go check that out. I talked about the process. But yeah, today I'm going to give y'all a trade recap of what I took today. I actually didn't take a trade today, but I want to show y'all some days you're not going to be able to take a trade because it doesn't line up with your A plus setups. And yeah, let me show y'all. Let me go ahead and get straight into it. So this is NASDAQ. As y'all know, we have the NASDAQ, the DAC, the DAC, the DAC. Yeah, so basically, market open started right here. I'm just going to play through this day, and I'm going to show y'all what I was seeing. Start new. Let's go to 10:30. All right, bet. So first, we had, if you go to the 15-minute, right, we had this fair value gap down here lined up, right? But when we later on, I think we did later on invalidate it. But I really wasn't looking to take any sales today, right? Dude, that was due to it being all these 15-minute gaps lined up. It was really going to be no good entries here. I mean, we could have got an entry right here if we would have pushed lower than this. Maybe if our A plus setup lined up, but today was really clogged up with a lot of gaps, and that's what comes with my strategy sometimes. But days like this, you just have to accept it and know that you might not take a trade today, but other days it looks beautiful. But today it just didn't. The only way I would have gotten to a trade today is if we pushed all the way up here. But that is 1,700 ticks, which is fucking ridiculous. But I was also thinking about taking a trade right here as well. If we got an A plus setup around here, depending on how market was moving. But we all just play, react, and adapt, right? Could have got a play when we came up in here, boom, rejected, so boom, all right. So let's get into it. This is today's market. We had all these fair value gaps. We had the 5-minute down here. We had market open though. We did. I'm gonna show y'all what we did. Market open. Boom. We came down here. We swept all this liquidity into this fair value gap, which is also a 1 hour gap, I believe. Yeah, we came in and tapped into this 1 hour gap as well. Tested it. We did not like it, so we shot back up. All right. We also took a lot of liquidity from these down here, and yeah, pushed back up 5-minute gaps. So then, boom, I'm over here thinking, you know, I don't look until get to a trade until maybe 9:40 the earliest, maybe 9:35 if a 1 minute gap lines up, but we'll just have to pay attention. And so, boom, right here, we're still looking, 1 minute gap formed, but the reason I did not take this trade is because, boom, we have a 15-minute fair value gap right here, and look what it did off this 15-minute. Yeah, bad. It got very, see, exactly why. So, boom. I'm seeing this. We rejected off this gap, but when we rejected off this gap right here, hold on, let me show y'all. On this candlestick down here, on this candlestick right here, right? Boom, we rejected, but it couldn't go too much farther up because we were getting stopped out on this 15-minute time or 15-minute fair value gap, right? And then ES, right? We pushed up. We created a SMT in New York highs on what's it called? New York highs is still up here, so we had a good SMT to play off of. We knew that we had to go grab these New York highs, but I'm not trading inside of a gap. As y'all know, that is not what I do. So boom, let's go back to the 5-minute. We're sitting in the 5-minute waiting. Okay, cool. We get a little push up. This is around 9:45. You see, we still kind of denying this 15-minute gap a little bit, right? And we have high points of liquidity right there. Very good. So boom, we have to finish out these New York highs. So we grab New York highs. After we grab New York highs, we do get a close outside of this gap. And let me remove this. Hold on, my mom just texted me. My mom just gave me some money to get something to eat. Let's go. But, boom. So we did get a close back outside this 15-minute gap, right? So I'm over here waiting. I'm over here like, okay, cool. We might get a little retracement. Let me remove this. We might get a retracement to this 1 minute gap up here and then maybe push down. I'm not sure though. Boom, you see, we're still waiting. We go to the 1 minute now. This is where we go to the 1 minute. And I see we have a 1 minute gap right here. And yeah, I did learn today that playing off inverse gaps is really, really good, which I might implement into my thing. But there's also was this 5-minute gap down here that I noticed right here. And I could already assume that we were targeting this 5-minute down here. But I was waiting for my A plus setup to come in and it never did. So boom, had this, we had a gap. Okay, boom, we created more gaps. If we would have retraced that gap or this gap, I would have got in, right? Still, well, we retraced, right? Boom. But it's not the retracement I like. I know y'all are going to kill me for this. Boom, shot back down. We did not get a Fibonacci 79% close, so this is just Still didn't influence me to get in, right? This is not an A plus setup. Boom, we drop back down. Now at this point we did, right? And what I possibly could have done is this right here. Put my stop loss right above this and put it right here. But look at that ratio. That ratio is nasty. Even if I was to put it right here, still a 0.86 ratio. So it's not an ideal ratio, right? Boom, we still came down and tapped it. We did come down and tap it. But once again, if market would have went the other way, would have been fucked. So yeah, so now we're just playing off it. It played off this 5-minute gap, as you can see. Boom. And went in. This is also got inversed early as hell. Let me go ahead and remove that. So boom, now we have this 5-minute gap. And then we had this 5-minute gap down here that we could have targeted, right? Boom. The thing about it is too, right now I am only trying to take A++ setups that I am so confident in. So y'all throughout this video I might see, okay, that might be your A+ setup, but I'm not confident in it because it's in the middle of butt fuck nowhere and something doesn't line up that I don't like, and that's fine. If you don't like something that little about your trade, it's your money, bro. You don't have to like everything about this trade. So boom, we get this. Next candle we did get a little close, right? Boom. So now we go to the 1 minute. Still, we pushed out. We have no 1 minute fair value gaps, right? The only gap we have up here is what we rejected off of, which let me mark that out. But at the same time, when we rejected off of this, we did not get the close yet. So I wasn't even looking in the 1 minute yet. But as you can see, we got a 1 minute gap right there. Boom. Came up, rejected off of it again, we kind of went up here to London highs. A weird rejection, right? Boom, we have this 1 minute gap. Now this is what I'm trying to tell y'all about the retracement, right? Because we inverse this gap. So this 5 minute is now invalid, as y'all know. Boom, let's get that out of here. So now we have this. Now we do have this 1 minute gap. When I say I could play off inverse gaps, now this is what I mean. So right, boom, we have this. And now we have this, right? We have inversed this 1 minute right here. Boom. So what we could have targeted, me and Drew, 1 minute gap. All right. So now we have this 1 minute gap, right? Boom. Now we have this. We could have targeted the top of this right here. Really that 1 minute gap up there or this one, but you could have targeted here, and we could have gone nice 1-to-3 ratio. And I'm pretty sure this play would have smacked. Yeah. Hold on. Let's go ahead and see. I'm not sure. If this doesn't smack, then boom, came down again. Boom. Boom. Let's see. Boom, we would have smacked, right? And that's how we can start playing off these inverse gaps, which I did not know at first. But yeah, so now we have this gap. And this is a play I could have took today, but for one, I'm learning something new. Inverse gaps, you can play off inverse gaps, but I'm gonna have to watch another video to really get in detail on it. But yeah, we would have smacked this gap right here and cash money. But let's keep playing out this day to show y'all everything that was going on. So now, at the same time though, the reason I didn't is because let me go to ES. ES at the same time was playing off this 5 minute right here. So if ES is rejecting and it's showing rejection, they are pairs. So over here at micro Nasdaq, boom, we're rejecting off this. So that's how I knew we weren't going to go too far down. That's what was keeping me from really going into this trade, and also the inverse gap. I'm not too fond on that yet. I don't know too much about it. But yeah, boom, we playing off this 5 minute gap tremendously. And you know they're pairs, so they move accordingly to each other. If one's rejecting off something, the other one's not going to be able to move. But yeah, so boom, let me keep playing it. Boom, we rejected off this gap. We still, what we got now? Boom. Now you see this. We did reject off this 1 minute gap right here, right? But at the same time, we had this 1 minute gap right here that we created on, look, y'all see what I'm saying? It's very tricky. These are why I wouldn't take these trades like this, because these are very tricky plays. Even though I probably would have, okay, let's see. Say I would have got into this gap right here. I would have set my stop loss right under here. Let's say I set it right there. And we can go to 1-to-3 ratio, as y'all know, the cash money ratio. Boom, we would have hit. But at the same time, it's not my A+ setup. And at this point in what my balance is looking like, I gotta take all A+ setups, especially at this point. But this is a trade I would have hit on, right? Maybe I just need to drop my nuts more. Maybe I don't know. But I'm not mad that I did not take a trade today at all. I just didn't like anything. Boom, you see we were still rejecting off this 1 minute gap up here. Still showing it love and respect. Boom, still showing it love and respect. Boom. Now we actually finally fucked it. Now at this point, right? this is about where I hopped off the charts. Yeah, 1021. I got off around 1020. I was not liking any of the setups today. As you can see, we're still playing around. ES was what, playing off this 15-minute. Yeah, so I just didn't like how everything was looking today. But as y'all can see, this is a day. Let me zoom back out. This is a day where we have a whole bunch of fair value gaps lined up, and it would take a lot for us to really break out and make a good breakout to a confident trade. But yeah, and then we created this 5-minute gap down here, which we could have targeted, but you know, ES wasn't looking the best either. So yeah, thank y'all for coming out to this video. I do have the live stream up right here, but I did end up, oh, my nose doing that. I did end up lagging OD, so I had to end the stream because I tried some new shit. Look, as you can see, the stream is lagging and shit terribly. You know, it's not even playing. Yeah, look at this. This is terrible. My market was over here chopping. Yeah, never again, chat. But if y'all want to go watch this, it is a good bit up. It's 30 minutes, so probably until what time was that? 9:54. So that's a good bit right there that y'all can go up there and watch. But yeah, thank y'all for coming out. Monday we will be doing a lot better. This week I finished a little bit negative $50, which I'm not sure, but I lost $50 this week. It's nothing. Next week we have 2 CPI days, so I will be full reporting both of those, getting 2 more accounts passed. Clap it up. We love CPI days. But with that being said, thank y'all for coming out. I'm about to record another video because tomorrow I will not be able to record, so I am going to pre-record my video for tomorrow. And yeah, I will not make a reading video tomorrow because I'm going to just read today, and that's going to be it for, because right now we're almost done with the book. We have, I think, 2 more chapters. So I'll read this one, and then Sunday I'll come back and read the last chapter. And I'll give y'all the weekly recap on Sunday too, what I think I can improve on and what I think I need to do better. But yeah, thank y'all for coming out. Yeah, see y'all.